2.
Do you experience neck and shoulder pain? If so, this restorative yoga class for neck and shoulders is for you. Hi, I'm Melissa from Yoga with Melissa, and this is a restorative yoga class for your neck and shoulders. We are all about connection with a teacher and teachings that allow you to connect with your true nature, and a community of people that are dedicated to a genuine path of spiritual transformation. If you're new here, we put out a brand new class every Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific. And on the last Friday of every month, we go live like this. So it's great to be live with you today. So if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single class. I want to thank Dusky Leaf for my props. I've got a brand new yoga mat and blanket and bolsters and blocks, and today you're going to need all those things, a meditation cushion. You're also going to need the wall too, I believe. And also, thanks to Squeeze Yoga Clothing for my clothes. Today I'm wearing black leggings, and I have a new bamboo top with butterflies printed on the sleeve too. So really cute. I have a testimonial for you today from Sarah from our membership community. She says, I just wanted to send you a little note to say thank you for this wonderful community that you have created and welcomed me and many others into. I truly wish I had found you sooner. I love the classes that are available there, and it has without a doubt already deepened my practice and increased my commitment to it. Thank you so much. I'm loving being a member. So just a couple of things about our membership community. Just a reminder that you have 4 days left from this live recording to save $25 on our membership community before November the 1st. And also that our members also have 10 live classes a month. Every single Monday, I offer 2 live classes. And then the last Sunday of every month, we have live yin yoga classes. And the difference between our live classes here on YouTube, the interaction here on YouTube is text only for you, but in our membership community, we have technology that allows us to be live, both me with video and audio, and our members also connect with me via video and audio. So it's as close as we can be to being in the same room while we're all in different geographic locations. So it's pretty cool setup that we have, that we've invested in so that we can be together like that in our membership community. So I'll put links in the show notes, or Tim will put a link in the show notes so you can join our membership community. And thanks to Sarah for leaving her, taking the time to let me know how much she's enjoying being a new member. And for all of you that take the time to leave your comments on YouTube and iTunes, on my website, on Facebook, and on Instagram. So make sure you listen and stay all the way to the end. As I was saying before we went live, one of the biggest things that happens when we rush through our days and we go at the pace of culture is that anxiety gets really lifted up. And at the end, I'll tell you how to get my 7-day yoga series for anxiety. Okay, let's do our peace mantra to begin. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Om Sahana Vavadhu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvina Vaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So that mantra means protect us together, student and teacher. May our studies nourish us together. May we practice together in the union for the good of all. May our learning be luminous and purposeful. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Okay. So we're going to begin with a reclined shoulder stretch. And the way that that works is Would you be able to time our poses?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 5 minutes per pose today. What you're going to do is you're going to place your bolster lengthwise on your mat. You're going to lie over your bolster. And then you're going to take your arms overhead, holding onto your elbows. If that's too much range of motion for your shoulders, if it's tugging too much, then you're going to stack some pillows underneath here. So you can just simply take a pillow so that it's less range of motion underneath your shoulders, and then so that there's greater ease there, okay? We want to have ease in the pose. So do whatever's best for you. And we're going to just hang out here, let the prop support us, let the earth support us. So very slowly, you're going to draw your elbows down. And bend your knees. And roll to your side. And then we're going to take a side bend. So you're going to turn your bolster to the side. And you'll probably need a meditation cushion or a block. For under your head. And you're going to place the bolster underneath your rib cage. Your left or right arm is going to be on the ground, and then you're going to take your right arm over. You can have your knees bent, or you can have your bottom leg straight, your top leg bent, or your bottom leg. It doesn't really matter. Just be comfortable with your legs. So you'll time us 5 minutes here. Okay. So we spend so much time rushing, pushing, trying to achieve and complete our to-do lists. Our life is spent attending to the external demands of our lives and in complete devotion to our overflowing schedules. Okay, so you're going to slowly gather yourself up. And then we're going to come over to the other side. So you just put your right arm in between, and then your left arm comes overhead, or whatever the opposite side is for you. And settle in, receive the support of the earth. You're breathing into your low belly, and then you just come into stillness. When we move too quickly and follow the relentless pace of the dominant culture in which we live and work, not only do we tend to lose the essence of who we are, but often neck and shoulder tension can be the result. Okay, you're going to slowly gather yourself up. Moving out of these poses very slowly because you've been in them for a long time. And then you're going to come onto your back. Place your bolster down by the side of your body. Lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Take your arms out to the side in a soft T. My bolster is on the right side of my body. Press your feet into the ground, lift your hips, take them over to the right side of your mat, and then lower your legs onto your bolster. Okay, so we're going to slowly come out of the pose on this side. Untuck your hips. And just take a moment on your back to allow your spine to unravel. And then we're going to take your bolster, move it over to the other side. If you don't have a bolster, of course you can use pillows or rolled up blankets. You're going to press into your feet, lift your hips, move them over to the right side of your mat, and take your legs onto your bolster. And let your shoulders be heavy, breathing into your lower belly. Okay, so we're going to slowly make our way out of this pose, placing your feet on the ground, untucking your hips, pausing in the center, feeling the effects along your spine and through your shoulders and your neck. And then we'll roll to our side and set up our props for our next pose. How's everybody doing? We feeling more restored so far? So for this one, you can use a combination of your blocks and your bolsters. I've also used it before where I just prop my bolster against my couch, so that can work quite well at home. What you're going to do is prop your bolster like that, or maybe like this. What you want is some height. And here's why we have the blanket on your mat too, so that you have some extra padding underneath your feet, because the bones on the top of your feet are quite sensitive. So to have that extra padding on your feet is good. We're going to do reclined hero's pose. So you can either just sit on top of your feet like this and lean back over your prop. Okay, if your knees lift off, you need your bolster to be higher. So just keep stacking it up higher. If it works for you to sit between your knees, you can sit between your knees. And if not, then you're just going to take your legs out straight. We are also going to take our elbows overhead in this one so that we're releasing our shoulders as well. Okay. So restorative yoga is a way to slow down, listen to our bodies, and do less. We can attend to our physically exhausted, strained, stiff, tense neck and shoulders. Drained from doing too much for others in hurried isolation, we can take this time to come together in this live class to attend to ourselves and our neck and our shoulder pain. Okay, so you're going to slowly, very slowly release your shoulders. Then tuck your chin, draw your navel down, and roll forward. And we're going to take our legs out in front of us. And just give our legs a moment to lengthen out here. Okay, I am going to do legs up the wall next. I always do this. I always put child's pose after that pose, and then my legs are like, no, I don't want to bend my knees again right now. It's not happening. So we need a straight leg pose next. So let's take your mat perpendicular to the wall. One thing about new mats is they're always so sticky, which is great for some styles of yoga, but for more restorative styles, you want them to be less sticky. Okay, so you've got your mat perpendicular to the wall. I'm going to do this without spilling that glass of water. And you're going to take your hips right up against the wall. And then you're going to swing your hips around. So your legs are up the wall. And then I thought for your shoulders here, you could have them in a V shape or robot arms, okay? So whatever works best for you. And here you can still see, I still have frozen shoulder on the left-hand side. So whatever works best for you and your body, you're going to modify. And then just to get into your neck a bit too, we'll just roll your head to the right side and pause here, stay here. And then roll your head back center and roll it over to the left side. And pause and rest there. And then come back to the center. Feel the difference in your neck. Feel the fresh blood flow in your neck. Okay, so from here, you're going to gather your arms up, bend your knees, roll to your side. And then you're going to, either you can leave your mat here if it's in a good spot for you, or you can move it back to your spot. How are we doing? How are we feeling?
Alka likes doing practice like this at the end of the week because she does Ashtanga most days.
Alka says she likes doing restorative practice at the end of the week because she does Ashtanga during the weekdays. And yes, it's really good to balance out your more yang style practices like flow or Ashtanga with yin style practices like yin yoga or restorative yoga. So that's good that she's balancing them out. Okay, we are going to do child's pose here, but we're going to do two sides with a side bend so we can get into the side body and into your shoulders. So if you can just take your bolster and come over to the side, it'll take a little bit of adjusting, but just see what feels right in your body. So basically what you do is you child's pose and then walk to the side and place the bolster under your side and turn your head to the side. It might be easier to do without the bolster, but it is a restorative class, so. So through restorative yoga, we can develop an intuitive way of being that will follow us off our yoga mats and into our lives so that we can release the burdens of responsibility and the image construction and start to make choices to do less, making space throughout our whole lives to breathe and let go of the perfect image of and let go of stress and anxiety and live at a more human pace. Okay, so we're going to come over to the other side now. So just take that bolster over to the other side. So it's like you come to child's pose in the center and then you walk your arms over to the other side. So restorative yoga is a deeper way of coming into our bodies and developing an inner connection. Because we live in a world where we are constantly creating an image of ourselves to present to the outside world, everything that we do is measured and compared either through social media or social interactions. And this creates a tremendous amount of pressure and tension and anxiety. So through restorative yoga, what we develop instead is an intuitive way of being that will allow us to come off our mats and into our lives so that we can release this burden of responsibility and image construction and start to make the choice to do less, making space through our whole lives to breathe and let go of the perfect image of stress and anxiety and live at a more human pace. So we're going to continue to just stay in our poses here, and you can keep posting your questions and your comments, and after Savasana I would love to stay and chat with you for a bit and take your questions and comments. Okay, so we're going to come back to the center. You're going to take that bolster, place it lengthwise at the base of your mat for your Savasana, underneath your knees. You're going to rest back for Savasana. So tuck your tailbone under, tuck your shoulders under. Take your hands and rest them on your lower belly. In Savasana, I have a poem for you by Mary Oliver. The dream of my life is to lie down by a slow river and stare at the light in the trees, to learn something by being nothing, a little while, but the rich lens of attention. The dream of my life is to lie down by a slow river and stare at the light in the trees, to learn something by being nothing, a little while, but the rich lens of attention. Okay, so we're going to slowly wiggle our fingers and our toes. Bend your knees. Roll to your side and pause for a moment. Just reflect here before you come up to seated on what you're gathering and taking with you from your experience today. What's one small thing you want to take with you off your mat and into your life? And then we're going to come up to seated for our mudra. So you can sit on a chair, you can kneel on a block, or you can sit in a meditation cushion. And we're going to do a mudra to release shoulder tension, neck tension. So the way that it works is you interlace your fingers, like here's the church, here's the steeple, all the people on the side. Remember that when you were kids? And then you and then you're going to interlace, you're going to hook your you're going to bring your thumb and index finger on both hands, but then you're going to hook them. That's how it works. And then so you interlace all your fingers, bring your thumb and index finger together, and then you hook them. And we're going to hold this in front of your throat and just focus on a spacious feeling in your neck and your shoulders and your chest. So feel the support of the earth underneath you. Lengthen up from the base of your spine, your ears over your shoulders. There's lengthening up through the back of your head. There's space between your teeth. Your tongue is floating in your mouth. And then we'll transition to our closing mudra series to first draw the benefits of the practice into yourself and then offer it out to the world. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom of all. So we are live. So I have comments and questions from you. No comments and questions, Tim says, to say goodbye. Okay. If you like today's class, please give it a thumbs up. And if you know somebody who would benefit from this class for shoulder and neck pain, please feel free to share it with them. Our next live class will be November the 24th at 9 a.m. Pacific class. It will be a beginner yin yoga class. It will be live. It will be an introduction to meridians and energy flow. So let me know in the comments what you're taking away with you from this class. So as we were coming up out of Savasana, I asked you what you are carrying with you off your mat and into your life this week. And I'd love to know what you're carrying with you off your mat and into your life.
So the reason why we're going to wrap up
yes,
is because it said that we had no viewers all of a sudden. Like
yes,
it disappeared from like 30 to 0.
Yeah.
But now everybody's talking. So
right.
Obviously those aren't accurate.
Right. I asked everybody to hold their comments to the end. So thank you for holding your comments and for holding a sacred space while we practice. And I would love to chat with you now. So yeah, let me know what you're carrying. Okay.
So Reese had a perfect poem. What is the title?
The poem, yeah, it was an excerpt from the poem Reese. It was from Mary Oliver's poem, Entering the Kingdom. Entering the Kingdom. It was just, there's 3 stanzas to it, and I took the middle stanza. Has anybody got Mary Oliver's new compilation collection of poems, Devotions? Let me know in the comments. And if you have, let me know in the comments if you're enjoying it and if there's new poetry in it or if it's just a collection of her. Is this piece of hair really distracting? There we go. Okay.
Elka shared a quote from her late grandpa.
What is the quote, Elka?
I wish I was a volcano. I could lie on my back smoking all day long. Others would pass me and they'd say, look, he's active. He died at 65, heart failure, smoker.
That's too bad you lost your grandpa. Grandparents are special.
Anne says, thank you so much. That was wonderful and so serene.
Thank you, Anne. Yeah, I'd love to hear in the comments what you're taking off your mat and into your life right now. What is your takeaway? So for me, it is to move slowly and with care today. To move slowly and with care.
Thank you.
Namaste, Kristen.
Copper Pearl says, wonderful class.
Thank you, Copper Pearl.
Jesus says, thank you, Melissa. You are a rock star.
Jesus says I'm a rock star. Maybe a restorative yoga rock star.
Sammy says, for Elka, maybe explain the difference between yin and restorative. They are really quite different, but both wonderful.
Yeah, we have maybe Tim, you can post the video I did on the difference between yin and restorative. Thank you, Sammy. So healing neck and shoulder pain is not something that you can do in just one yoga class video. It's kind of like brushing your teeth. Caring for your neck and shoulder is something that you need to do every day. And the best way that I've found to do it is to make yoga part of my everyday life. And so I'm going to share with you 3 ways to do it. Number 1, make sure you subscribe here and turn on notifications so that you don't miss a single class, because I know that coming in the weeks to come that there will be a yin yoga class probably for shoulder pain. So you'll receive a video to support your everyday practice. So better, at the beginning I told you I would tell you where you can go to get a 7-day series of yoga classes for anxiety. So if you go to melissawest.com/anxiety, you can sign up there to receive 7 days of yoga for anxiety. And I find this one can be really great for neck and shoulder pain because the more anxious we get, the more this tends to happen. And the best way is to make yoga a part of your everyday life and care for your neck and shoulder pain is to join our membership community. And it's there we can support you in yoga every single day with our curated content, our value-added curated content. We have 21 classes for your neck and shoulder pain in our membership community, ranging from 5 minutes and to 60 minutes. So Tim will put the link to become a member. Remember, we've only got 4 more days to save $25 on our quarterly and yearly membership prices. And yeah. And also that's where you get our really premium live classes. We have 10 live classes in our membership community, from our weekly live meditation classes to our monthly yin yoga classes on the last Sunday of every month. So that's there. Thanks for your donations. Anne-Marie from Australia, Leah from New York, Elizabeth from Germany, Nikki from West Virginia, Paige from Italy, Carla from Belgium, Graziella from France, Donna from Kansas, Cornelia, and Donna from Oklahoma.
Jane Monroe got the new Mary Oliver book.
Jane Monroe has the new Mary Oliver book.
Beautiful class. Thank you.
So I'll ask Jane Monroe about it then, because Jane is a member, so we can talk about it maybe on Sunday.
It's cold down in California, COLE. The takeaway, it makes me stronger to move slowly and use whatever support.
So Kate?
No, Cole.
Cole. Oh, hi, Cole. I haven't seen Cole in forever. Hi, Cole Yinda, right?
That's right.
Cole from California. It's cold.
It's not cold.
It's just Cole. So Cole says it gives her the strength to move slowly and strongly through her day. Emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And I think that's what we need, especially when those strong emotions come up, to have the strength to move through them slowly.
Donna Parks.
Hi, Donna.
She says it's a lovely slow day and relaxed and crazy New York City.
There you go. If you live in New York City, you need these practices because the pace there is quite frenetic. As from what I remember, the one time I visited.
She says joining the membership was one of the best things I ever did. It's a life changer.
Jane, is that Jane Monroe?
Yeah.
Jane says joining the membership community was one of the best things she ever did. It was a life changer. Now, I will tell you, I hope Jane doesn't mind me saying, is that I have seen her really come out of her shell, because at first, Jane is a leader in our membership community now. And I remember the first time I asked her, because she was so shy at the beginning, and she wouldn't even, it was such a big deal for her to post. And now she actually makes videos for our membership community, which is amazing.
Thumbs up.
Yeah. So it's amazing how much I think, by doing these nurturing practices, how much we can put into your well so that it can overflow and you can just, become the essence of who you are. And then it's easy to show up in your life. And that's, Jane is really a testament to that. So it's amazing to see. So thank you so much for joining us. It's really beautiful to connect with you like this today. I have to say, next time Tim and I do a live at 9 a.m., so early for us. We don't usually start our days so early. We will have everything set up the night before. I am going to...
We're up and going.
We're up, but I'm usually just having breakfast at 9. I'm not working at 9. So... yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you at the end of November. I think that was November 24th, I said.
November Sunday.
And we'll see our members at Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific. not as early, but we'll be set up the night before, eh? Saturday night, honey, we'll set up.
Yes.
And then I can have my practice before, because now what I'm going to go do a yin yoga practice. I'm going to go do my meditation and take as much time as I need for that before I do any more work today, because that is what will nourish and sustain me. There's one more question.
Just saying, Anne sounds like she needs to join the membership. So that's good.
And we'd love to welcome you into the membership community. Great time to join. You could be on our live class on Sunday because let me tell you, yin is a way of life, and I'm really excited to welcome people into it.
Kyla's a brand new member here, so glad I joined. I feel so supported in their growth I'm seeking.
Kyla just joined yesterday.
Yeah.
I hope to see you on Sunday, Kyla, because that yin class is going to be awesome.
And restorative yoga is a new concept to me and so beneficial already.
Kyla?
Yeah.
Said that? Yeah. Great. Yeah. Kyla, I saw you posted yesterday. I didn't get into the membership community. I'll tell you, let me have a little confession here. I've been feeling so resilient because of taking this time for myself and really slowing down that I was like, you know what? I think I can eat some chocolate and ice cream. I think my body's so strong. And so I ate this Ben & Jerry's ice cream with all this chocolate in it. And chocolate's a migraine trigger for me. And I had the worst migraine yesterday. So, migraine triggers are still migraine triggers, no matter how resilient you're feeling. And so I spent a good part of yesterday in bed, just dealing with a migraine. So I didn't get on the membership community yesterday to say hi to people, but feeling so much better today. And now I know that migraine triggers are migraine triggers, no matter how resilient you're feeling. So I am so looking forward to being with our members Sunday for the yin classes. And I'm sending much love from beautiful British Columbia on Vancouver Island, where the yin is just so deep and wonderful and nourishing, such a yin spirit here. And I will see you next week. May your joy be as deep as our Pacific Ocean. May you be as strong as the trees in our forest. And may you be as rooted as the trees in our forest, as strong as our mountains. Om Shanti. Namaste.
Thank you. Everybody's saying thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Bye, Anne. Bye, Natalie.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Natalie.
Bye, Natalie. Bye, Anne. Thank you for being here, everybody. Thanks for putting this time aside for you. As my friend Annie says, it's the most generous thing you can do for yourselves is taking this time. Generous thing you can do for others is taking this time for yourself.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.